been receiving lots of requests for Gurkha style waistbands on trousers. So this is an example of a more exaggerated one. So typically you'd button both of these buttons, and then on the side you would have these French pull tabs as opposed to belt loops. So this is definitely a more European and fashion forward style trouser. So if you're up for trying something new and you're cool enough to pull it off, I personally am not. This is a really interesting way to wear the trouser. It actually gets its name from a division of the military, the Gurkha, that wore this style of trouser. So typically you will have more exaggerated cuff. On this particular one, it's a 2-inch cuff as opposed to the traditional 1 3/4. There's also variation that you can consider if you want to try the Gurkha style, but you're not ready to go all in. And that would be a Gurkha that is a slightly less pronounced waistband. So it's 1 button as opposed to the 2 buttons right here. This particular one has the belt loops, which I don't love. I feel like if you're going to go with the Gurkha, you go without the belt loops. So that is idea number 1. Idea number 2 is a more traditional waistband, which is what I have on today. So your standard belt loops, and then this is going to be a 1 3/4 inch cuff. So not quite as exaggerated as the first one we looked at. A lot of the top designers in Europe, specifically in southern Italy, are showing a slightly more relaxed leg. So in other words, the bottom opening of the trouser is going to be slightly wider than it's been over the past several years. And then we are seeing just a ton of guys wearing a single pleat. So a single pleat is not quite as formal as a double pleat. That's one example. This would be another example right here in a really casual linen trouser. But that would be a way for you to just change up the look. And if you think about men's fashion being color and proportion, when you relax the leg opening, so in other words, make it a little bit wider, it gives you the opportunity to relax the front of your trouser. Adding a single pleat isn't quite as formal. You're not quite investing as much in the double pleat, which is definitely a totally different look we can discuss in a different idea. So again, to summarize, Gurkha style trousers, if you're feeling very European or fashion forward, great option for you, or simply adding a single pleat with your trousers, a way to mix things up. Happy dressing, my friends.